talking about Disneyland Paris today. I have the video broken up into different categories, each one serving a different purpose, and let's jump into it. Category number 1 is atmosphere. All right, so here are my thoughts about the atmosphere of Disneyland Paris. There's definitely a lack of the Disney bubble. And what I mean by that is, for those of you that have been to Disney World, when you're in Disney World, you are in Disney World. You are not connected to the outside world in any way, shape, or form, really. When you get on the Disney bus, you're taken right to the Disney park, to the Disney resort, to wherever you're going. And you never really get that sense of being connected to the real world. At Disneyland Paris, however, it's a much smaller park. There's a train station directly outside of the park. So you are gonna see people going to work, you're gonna see commuters, you're gonna see beggars, you're gonna see homeless people, you're gonna see people selling Paris and Disney knockoff trinkets right on the sidewalk on blankets. So you really aren't disconnected from everyday life as you are in Disney World. Also, there's smoking everywhere and it's not really enforced. So if you're a smoker, well, I mean, you've got a free-for-all. But if you're not a smoker, just go into that situation knowing that you're gonna come in contact with it. There's a lack of Disney magic. So you don't have your magic band. For those of you that enjoy a magic band, you're not gonna have it. No Disney style announcements are made on buses. So in Disney World, when you get on any type of Disney transportation, you have that sweet man telling you everything about Disney.
Welcome to the Magic Kingdom. Return service to your resort hotel is available at this station. Be sure to ask your driver for the exact location. Motor coaches depart approximately every 20 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, please collect your belongings, watch your head and step as you disembark. Take small children by the hand and follow the walkway to the main entrance. As you approach the entrance, please keep your party together and have your tickets ready. Thanks for riding with us and have a wonderful time here at the Magic Kingdom.
Facts about the park, facts about the resort. Thank you and have a magical day. I love that about Disney World, and I really wish Disneyland Paris had more of that. Also, the cast members don't have the same type of magicalness as they do in Walt Disney World. It might be a cultural thing, it might be, I don't know what it is, but there's just that lack of like wanting to go the extra mile. And I'm not saying that it's everybody, it's the overall general consensus that I have had while I was there. Also, expect to wait a long time for things. Snacks, food, check-in at your hotel, everything in Europe just seems to go at a much slower pace than it does in America. So just go into that with appropriate expectations. Also, when it comes to closing time at the park, the cast members do not mess around. They get people in and they get people out. When it's time to close, they are herding you out of that park immediately. You do not get to go back into the park after you watch the fireworks show and ride rides with like low wait times. There's really just none of that. Also, much shorter hours. From what I can recall, I can't look at it right now because all of the parks are closed and no current park hours are listed on their website. So from what I can remember, and sometimes my mind isn't that good, Disneyland, the main park, their hours were from 10 to 8 p.m. Walt Disney Studios, their hours were from 10 to 6. So a much shorter time frame to get everything done. However, just like in Disney World, they have extra magic hours. So it's an hour before the park opens for all of the park guests to go and enjoy the park before the general population. So that starts at 8:30 to 9:30. However, note I said the park opens till 10. So they really don't enforce that extra half hour. So you really have an hour and a half to go and enjoy and ride things with very low wait times. I'd say the extra magic hour at Disneyland Paris, you get a lot more bang for your buck because it's every day at both parks. Whereas in Disney World, it's only certain parks. So I just think you get more bang for your buck over there in Paris. Piggybacking off of that, Disneyland Paris is significantly less busier than Walt Disney World. I get it. Disney World is like the flagship park of Disney, if you will. But if crowds aren't your thing and you can swing going over to Europe, I'd say go and do it. And lastly, Walt Disney Studios, the second park of Disneyland Paris. So it's broken up into two parks. You have Disneyland Paris, which is like the Magic Kingdom. And then you have Walt Disney Studios. Walt Disney Studios is the sister park to Hollywood Studios. So it's pretty much identical to Hollywood Studios. The next category is attractions and rides. So for attractions and rides, hands down, the coasters are so much better in Disneyland Paris than they are in Disney World. Big Thunder Mountain, oh my God, I can't even tell you. It is amazing. You go underwater. Space Mountain, oh my God, it puts Walt Disney World's Space Mountain, oh, to shame. It is amazing. You go upside down, loop-de-loops, and it is Star Wars themed. Oh my God, I could ride that over and over and over again. And then a coaster that is specific to Disneyland Paris is Crush's coaster. Oh, I miss that coaster so much, and I really wish it would be in Disney World. You get in a little shell and it spins you around and it's just, oh, so much fun. All right, it's time for an unpopular opinion. Unpopular opinion time. Disneyland Paris Castle is so much better than the castle in Magic Kingdom. Yes, I said it. It's interactive, y'all. In the basement of the castle, there's a dragon. There's a Christmas shop inside the castle. There are shops, there are walkthroughs, there's multiple floors. It is amazing. I love it. All right, the Fast Pass system, it's old. Like I said, you don't have a magic band. They still have the paper Fast Passes. You're only able to get one Fast Pass at a time. Once you get that Fast Pass, on the bottom, it's going to have a time for you to go back and get a second ticket. Sometimes it's an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, but once you hit that time, let's say you get your first ticket at 10 a.m. and it says you can get your next one at 2:30, go to wherever you want to go at 2:30 and get that second Fast Pass and just build them up. That's what we did. Keep getting your Fast Passes and just cycle through them. The Remy ride in Walt Disney Studios, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, was amazing. Now, I'm not gonna give you any spoilers about that because it is opening in Walt Disney World summer 2020, maybe fall 2020, whenever everything like reopens again. The one downfall to Disneyland Paris, there's not enough to do outside of rides and attractions. So like in Magic Kingdom, we have the Sorcerer's Cards, you have the Pirate Game in Adventureland. In Animal Kingdom, you have Wilderness Explorers. There's a lack of those side adventures, those side activities that you can do to fill up time when you don't necessarily want to eat a snack or ride another ride or go see Mickey's PhilharMagic again for the 100th time. I just wish it had more of that. Also, I'm not sure if like Paris doesn't enjoy Haunted Mansions, but their Haunted Mansions seem to never have a wait. It was walk on for the 5 days that we were there, like less than a 5-minute wait. So I'm not kidding, I think we rode it like 20 times. Sorry, not sorry. And then lastly, there are a few rides that are very unique to Disneyland Paris. So you have the Storybook ride, which is kind of like Small World, but it's outside, and you get in a little boat and you see miniature houses based around storybook stories. And then Alice's Curious Labyrinth. That's a tongue twister. It's a walkthrough. It's fun. It's based around, what's Alice? Alice and the Wonderland? I don't know. Overall, I think the attractions and rides, the coaster's definitely hands down amazing. The only downfall, I really wish that there were some more side activities. Next, we're gonna talk about meal plans. All right, so for the meal plan, there is definitely a lack of options. We did the meal plan when we were there. We did the full board plus, but I'm gonna break down all of the different tiers. So first, there are two tiers, half board or a full board. Half board is a buffet breakfast and one meal per day per person. Full board is a buffet breakfast and 2 meals per day per person. And then within that, there are 3 different tiers. 1 second, I need my coffee. Thank you. All right, you have standard, plus, and premium. So for your standard, you get a breakfast buffet at your hotel and buffet options at the Disney parks and Disney Village. You do not get any sit downs. Also, actually, we'll loop back. We'll get back to that at the end. All right, so next is premium. You have your buffet dinner with a beverage and a table service with a la carte set menus. Oh wait, hold on. Let's just cut back to that. I totally missed something. All right. Standard. So you have your breakfast buffet at your hotel, buffet option at the Disney parks and Disney Village. So you only get a buffet breakfast and buffet options for the standard. Plus, you get your breakfast buffet at your hotel. You get also a buffet dinner and table service with a la carte set menus. And that's for the plus. For premium, you get your buffet breakfast, you get buffet dinners, you get table service with a set menu, and you also get character dining. So with each of that, you can get additional items. So you can get appetizers, order off of other menus, go to premium restaurant options, but you would just pay the difference. So when you check into your hotel, you get a card, and on that is your tickets, it's your room key, and it's your meal plan. And they just swipe it, and you just get credits loaded onto that card. Meal plans, like I said, all include a buffet breakfast at your hotel. Meal plans are also split into half board and full board. Just keep that in mind. Also, Disneyland Paris's meal plan does not include any quick service, and it does not include any snacks. So you are either eating at a buffet or you are eating at a select sit-down restaurant. Another downfall for anyone that lives outside of France, you cannot make reservations online. You need to directly call Disney to make all of your dining reservations, which is a huge inconvenience. I actually purchased an international phone plan for my phone, and I was able to make those calls relatively cheaply. Or you can make the reservation when you check into your hotel, or go to the restaurant directly to see if they have any availability. Next topic, we're gonna jump into food. So for food, there are lots of buffets. We found ourselves eating at buffets a lot because it was just pretty much one of the only things that were available to us when I called. If you're a coffee drinker, like I am, and you're looking for your caramel macchiatos, your caramel lattes, you're not unfortunately gonna find it in the park. There seems to be Starbucks in every hotel and at the Disney Village. Disney Village is equivalent to Disney Springs, but a lot less to do. For food, dinner times and reservations are very specific. Now I know what you're saying. Of course, Kyle, it's a reservation. It has to be specific. Hear me out. So we needed, if we were having a buffet dinner, we needed to wait exactly until 7 p.m. on the dot when they would even let us inside of the restaurant. Very specific. We saw that restaurants opened at very specific times and were not opened all the time. They were only open for their lunch hours, dinner hours. So we found ourselves waiting in lines to get into restaurants more times than not. So just go into that being prepared. The #1 restaurant that you want to go to is the Ratatouille restaurant. I am not kidding y'all. I got the last spot, the last reservation possible. How? Last spot when I called, they're like, we have one more available. Do you want it? I'm like, yeah. It is 100% worth it. Breakfast, though. If you are a breakfast eater and want to take advantage of that breakfast buffet at your hotel, get in line early. Breakfast is extremely popular in Europe, I came to realize. Long lines in the morning. Like, I'm talking like outside, wrapped around the hotel long. Like, it was insane. I think also that's why magic hours are so successful. Everyone else is eating breakfast. So if you can like tide yourself over, and if you're not a big breakfast eater, grab your coffee and go to the park. Everyone else is gonna be eating their breakfast. Some of my favorite restaurants aside from Ratatouille, Captain Jack's. I loved Captain Jack's. It is themed around Pirates of the Caribbean. You see Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Like, it's kind of equivalent to the Three Caballeros in the Mexico Pavilion. That's what it's equivalent to, only themed to Pirates of the Caribbean. Amazing restaurant. You also get to meet Captain Jack Sparrow as well, so that's a workaround, because if you get the plus meal plan, you don't get character meet and greets. But with that one you do. All right, next is we're gonna talk about hotels real quickly. So for your hotel, the check-in process is not as streamlined as Walt Disney World. It is a very long process. We arrived at Disneyland Paris, I wanna say around noon, 1 o'clock. We weren't checked into our hotel and in the park until 3. It took a solid hour and a half, 2 hours just to get checked in. I've never seen lines that long before, but just keep in mind, things don't move as quickly as they do in America. So go into that with your expectations set appropriately, that you are gonna have to wait. Shout out to Jen LaForge, because she told me in her video everything that I need to expect from Disneyland Paris. And she told me to go into this with appropriate expectations, and I did. So I didn't get angry or upset. I kind of just, you gotta go with it. You gotta roll with the punches. You're in Paris, for crying out loud. Enjoy. Slow down. But it did take a very long time. Unfortunately, you cannot check into your hotel using the Disney app in Paris like you can do in Disney World with the My Disney Experience app, and then you get a text when your room is ready. There's not that. I think what took the process so long is they were also allowing people to make dining reservations at their check-in. So it just kind of like held up the whole process. No harm, no foul. You just kind of roll with it. Some miscellaneous tips up next. Disney Paris parks. I'd say it's a 2-day trip minimum, 4-day trip maximum. You can easily see everything you want to see in 2 days. 1 day for each park. 2 days for each park if you really are a Disney fan. Hindsight 2020, I wish we would have done it between 3 and 4 days and spent more time in Paris. But, you know, it is what it is. Speaking of that, that park is definitely set up. So if you want to make a day trip elsewhere, you can. It is very conveniently located next to the RER train station. So if you want to make a day trip to Paris and you're comfortable using public transit, or honestly just want an adventure, I'd say go for it. 100% go for it. Figure it out, go on the adventure, set your time appropriately, go in the morning, come back for dinner. I wouldn't say go in the evening, like late at night, like don't do that, but it's easily doable. And my final thoughts, if you can swing it and you're able to, 100%, it's worth it. I look at it this way. It's similar, but different, all at the same time. It's such a unique experience. 1, seeing a different culture. 2, seeing a different Disney park. And 3, seeing how all of that combined makes for such a unique experience. I hope these tips, you know, helped you. I hope you have a better understanding of, you know, the overseas Disney parks, Disneyland Paris in general, and, you know, give my channel some love. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much, guys. Have a magical day.